The confession. Soft ambient hum of a dishwasher. The clink of wine glasses. A quiet evening. Narrator, gentle, reflective. It was a Tuesday night. The children were upstairs, the dishes were done, and for the first time in months, I poured Michael a glass of wine. It should have been a simple, quiet evening. But then he looked at me, truly looked, and said something that made my stomach twist. "Michael," calmly, "sweetheart, what if we invited someone close to us, someone we both trust, to help us reconnect?" I laughed at first. I thought it was a joke, but then he said, "No, sweetheart. I'm serious." And in that instant, everything around me, the hum of the dishwasher, the warmth of the wine, even my heartbeat, went still. Beat. Slow inhale. He wasn't talking about a stranger. He was talking about my sister. The house that looked happy. Soft piano. The faint laughter of children in the distance. Narrator, 14 years of marriage. 2 kids. A house that looked perfect in photographs. But what those pictures never showed were the quiet distances, the way he'd stopped looking at me, the way I'd stopped asking why. When my sister Jessica came to stay after her breakup, I opened my home to her like any older sister would. She filled the rooms with laughter again, the kind I hadn't heard in years. And Michael noticed. At first, I told myself it was kindness. But then I caught the lingering looks, the shared jokes, the soft touches that stayed too long. And when I'd walk into a room, sometimes, the air would change. A pause, heavy and slow. That's when I realized, the 3 of us were living inside a lie that only I could feel unraveling. The beach house. Waves. A wine bottle uncorking. Faint jazz music in the background. Narrator, he said we needed time away. Just the 3 of us, he insisted. A weekend by the ocean, to find our connection again. Jessica thought it was a family getaway. I knew better. That night, the sunset burned orange across the glass windows. We danced barefoot on the patio, laughter and wine blurring the edges of what was real and what wasn't. Later, when Jessica went upstairs, Michael turned to me. "Michael," softly, "it doesn't have to feel wrong. This could bring us closer." Beat. The sound of a long exhale. I nodded. Once. And that single nod, that tiny act of surrender, changed everything. Jessica came back downstairs. Confused. Nervous. And when Michael spoke, it was no longer a suggestion. "Michael, we trust each other. We love each other. Let's explore that." Jessica froze. Her eyes darted between us. And then she whispered, trembling. "Jessica, this doesn't feel right." She ran upstairs. And I let her go. Because silence was easier than breaking apart. The morning after. Distant seagulls. Morning light through curtains. The sound of quiet breathing. Narrator, at dawn, she was gone. No goodbye. No note. Just the echo of the front door closing. Michael woke up hours later, stretched, and smiled. "Michael," softly, "you showed such courage last night. We're united now." A hollow pause. The faint ticking of a clock. United. That word still makes me sick. When the kids asked at dinner, "Where's Aunt Jessica?" I said she needed some space. But the truth was, I had driven her away. And in trying to hold on to my marriage, I had destroyed the one bond that had ever truly loved me without condition. Soft piano returns. A reflective tone. I often replay that night in my mind. Not the part where she cried, but the part where I stayed silent. Because silence, I've learned, can be louder than betrayal. And mine was deafening. Outro narration. If you've ever felt unseen in your own marriage, if you've ever agreed to something just to feel something, then maybe you'll understand why I said yes. Soft fade out. Waves and piano linger.